Good day, everyone. This is Law with Gilded Youth. I want to share with you another peek behind the scenes of my personal, playful game where drawing a comic feels just like exploring a fantasy RPG world. As always, I use an oracle to create a prompt, and then, interpreting that prompt, I improvise a single panel comic and discover the world. It's flexible enough to let my imagination run wild and structured enough to avoid being overwhelmed by a blank page. This is the world of GEARFRY'S Great Adventure. Alright, let's get into today's panel from March 26th of this year. For the question, what happens, I pulled a 5 of hearts, which translates to move, social. For the question involving what, I pulled a 10 of diamonds, which translates to a plot arc, operational. So when I saw move social, I figured that GEARFRY was somehow moving somebody he knew. And then when I saw a plot arc, I thought of this character that I had recently created just in my head who was a turtle. It's like GEARFRY'S dog, but it's a turtle who can run really fast. That just sounded really silly to me and sounded fun to draw. So I actually included him in a previous panel from a couple of days prior. And in that previous panel, it looked like this innocent puppy-looking turtle was looking up at GEARFRY, almost begging him to take him along on his journey. So I imagine that GEARFRY did take him along on his journey, and that's the plot arc that I played with here. It's just GEARFRY playing fetch, moving the turtle. Some lessons from this drawing. One is that I actually really like how big GEARFRY is in the panel. I've noticed this a couple of times now, but if GEARFRY is height-wise 2/3 of the height of the panel, it really makes it obvious where the focus is, and I think compositionally it makes the panel much more pleasant to look at, as opposed to if he was very small, or if he was too big, if he filled the whole panel. It makes me feel like I'm in the action as opposed to out of the action, which for me feels immersive, which is kind of the whole goal of the game. I thought the environment that I drew also felt immersive. I've never really drawn a plains biome. One thing I've noticed from reading a lot of manga, including Dragon Ball, is that if you want to draw a field of grass or a really big open field, which to me feels very peaceful and open and free, if you want to draw that, you're not going to draw every blade of grass. There's way too much. So instead, all you really have to do is draw a couple of blades of grass or little tufts of grass. And so that's what I did. This is probably my first time actually giving that a shot. I think it gets the point across. Now, I would like to be able to create the immersive environment without using a reference. For this one, I did use a reference photo of that field. Mostly the horizon line I used the reference photo for, with the trees kind of cut off. There's a hill on the horizon line, and then the hill dips, and there are trees growing further beyond it. So it was fun. I liked to do it. It's a good way to learn, but I would so much rather be able to just create an immersive feeling environment just from my imagination. That's something I would like to get better at. Alright, that's it from me today. To witness GEARFRY'S great adventure, check out gildedyouth.net. Thank you for watching.